What's up, everyone? Tonight we're going to be doing a late night draw stream. If you're watching this the next day, how you doing? We crossed $10,000 on Super Plumber Sisters on Kickstarter. We're just going to celebrate by working. Just make sure the audios look good.
At Domino's, order carry-out online or by phone and get any one-topping pizza for $7.99.
Frickin' ads. Frickin' ads. Alright, let's get up. Ichthus is here, guys, so he's going to be yelling at me the whole time about why I'm not using the lasso tool. Alright. I had a freaking good day, guys. I'm not gonna lie. It had potential to be absolute poo-poo, but no. It was a very, very good day. I agree. This is the content that dude. Let me tell you something. Dude, that stream, dude. It was so stupid of me to do that. That's why we took it down. I was talking with some creators last night. I was like, man, I should take this down, shouldn't I? And they're like, yeah, you should. And I'm like, this probably sounds like a good idea. All right, guys. Before we get into the draw stream, let me just do some shameless promo. Guys, go check out. What the frick? Go check out Super Plumber Sisters on Kickstarter. We have 3 more days left to jump on this. We hit $10,000, which thank you guys so much. I seriously appreciate that. What's great about this is that, like, Erwin's already been paid for this book. Also, guys, tell me if, like, the levels are too... I've been getting complaints like, oh, the music's too loud. And if that's the case, like, I have a system now where I can, like, adjust it a lot easier than previous. But yeah, Erwin's already been paid for this entire issue. So what's great is, like, we can use the money from this to get the next issue made ahead of time. So that excites me. We have Patty's Parlor here. Glad you're able to come in. Like I told you on Twitter, like I wasn't planning on doing this, but I wanted to celebrate. And well, not only did I want to celebrate, I wanted to just, I'm having a good day, and I wanted to extend those vibes by freaking just drawing. I was drawing there's 8 pages left of the Cthulhu murders. It's the bonus, like, naughty scene, and I was like, to save myself some money, let me draw it. And I started drawing it, and I was like, ew. I was like, I'm not drawing this. And so I reached out to my friend Almer, and I was like, hey, dude, emergency commission. I've got 8 pages for you, and I'll pay you more. I'll pay you more if you can get this to me by next Wednesday. And he's like, yeah, sure. What is it? And I tell him, he goes, okay. And he's like, are you going to sketch it out? The naughty stuff? And I'm like, I can send you some screenshots that I pulled from the internet. He's like, I guess this is my job now. So, okay. That one is going to be one of those bonuses. Like I did with the Sexy Witch one. We burn it. We burn them once they're done. Oh my gosh. But the book, I'll show you guys. The book turned out great. I've actually before I show you guys, I gotta make sure that y'all don't see the nastiness, because it is prevalent on this. Just give me a second real quick. But the book turned out really well. And it's so different than anything I've ever made. For better or for worse. I wanted to try something new. I wanted to get those creative, gosh dang it. I wanted to get those creative juices flowing. and try something that I'd never done before. I'm just looking at naked people real quick. Hold on. Jeez Louise. All right. There we go. All right, here we go. This is check this out. So this is what the book looks like in full. A one and done graphic novel. The last page does lead up to a potential like sequel if I ever want to do it. Andrew, I actually did watch your video. I'll have to showcase it. I'll showcase it on tomorrow night's stream. Just remind me. But yeah. So like, my strategy. I keep flip flopping because I'm like, I'm gonna do this, and I have to keep. Let me tell you the strategy, and then you'll be like, oh, this is why. So my strategy 2 years ago was to have an ongoing series, The Girl with the Mega Fists. This is so loud. The strategy was to have one ongoing series, The Girl with the Mega Fists, and then come out with a bunch of one and done graphic novels. That was the strategy. So then I put out My Sexy Witch Academia, and I had so much fun, and I wrote it, so it was not a one and done graphic novel. It's like a 3 or 4 volume series. So I'm like, okay, that didn't work. I flip flopped on that just because I was having so much fun with the series. So then I was like, okay, Super Plumber Sisters. And then I was like, this is going to be a 4 issue, then it's done. And then the last couple months, I'm like, I'm going to do freaking more. I'm going to make this into an ongoing series. No, we are cutting it off at 4 issues. Bullet Assassin. Start off as a 40-page one-shot, and then we're going to turn it into a 4 to 5 issue series. And then I'm like, let me just turn to an ongoing. It's like, Tyler, stop. Tyler, just stop. Keep The Girl with the Mega Fist ongoing. You're kind of stuck with My Sexy Witch Academia being ongoing for a bit. Just do all these other ones that are one-shots. And so the nice thing with like something like the Cthulhu Murders is that this is a one-shot graphic novel. You can read it and you go, sweet, it's done. And that's cool. Probably after Super Plumber Sisters, Erwin and I will probably work on a book called Peppermint Reload. And even though I have a ton of stories for that one, we'll just do one story, call it good. And if we ever want to revisit it, we can always come back. Let's see. We got the chat going. Jeez. Patty's Parlor. Heck yeah, man. I'll be doing some doodling alongside. I'm doing a premium character sheet for my buddy's TTR Peach system. Thank you. That's awesome. Ichthys, I'm glad you're streaming tonight. I'm glad you are streaming tonight. I'm sketching some pages I've been craving for a studio hangout. There you go. Congratulations on the 10K campaign. Thank you so much, Cry Wolf Comics. Art Victim, that's a lot of work. Hail, Draw, and Talk in chat. Hope the night is well. Hey, thank you so much, Art Victim. Thank you so much for being here. Andrew Tyler, John Talk. If you want, you can reschedule it for a weekend stream, and you can have me on for a little one-on-one interview. I like how you did that. Dude, guys, if you didn't watch that stream last night, guys, I'm not going to be having anyone on for a very long time. That last night's stream was awful. Here, Darky Dark. By the way, have you heard about the horse wars? Yeah, I have seen you post stuff about the horse wars. Anyways, all right, but the book that we are working on tonight, and let's get to it, is Super Plumber Sisters. I've been working on Bullet Assassin and Girl with the Mega Fist lately, but figured tonight we can get some of this going. Well, we don't like that. There we go. Are you gonna repost last night's stream now, dude? Like that thing was so crappy. It's no, dude, I don't want anyone to ever see that stream again. All right, let's just go in order. Let's just do. No, I don't want to do that. Actually, you know, whatever. Let's just do this page. I'm still getting used, by the way, to drawing on this tablet. I don't know if it's because they put like a screen protector on, so it's just a little. Was it the drawing that wasn't good, or just the stream's Oh, dude, it was the stream's content, man. I had two people on. They were like, hey, like we want to debate. We have a disagreement. Will you facilitate it? And I was like, sure. And dude, guys, like it went to absolute dog shit. It was embarrassing. This is one of those things where everyone's gonna be like, Tyler's perspective is off. I'm like, yeah, it is, man. Why is Tyler's perspective off? Because he is too lazy to make a perspective grid. Okay, but this needs to go like this. You guys see what Erwin makes me do, guys? I've gotta freaking draw these backgrounds. We'll turn up the music just a little bit. Tell me if the music ever gets out of hand. Also, my keystrokes are a little different than what my iPad, which I'm used to drawing on. So sometimes things get all whack. Oh, what the frick happened here? What the frick happened there? There we go. do some effects on that later, but this is good. The real question I have is, are the Plumber Sisters insured or a part of a union? That's a good question. Well, I hate unions, so now. VLJ, when your artists get done with Plumber Sisters, can I ask him to make me a Ninja Blast cover? Yeah, sure, if you want, man. Frick. Oh, don't do this to me, Tyler. Don't do this to me, Tyler. Don't make... I had a... Is this it? Did I find it? Okay. See, look, we got a chain brush. This will just make... It'll kind of make our life easy. Okay, let's turn off the ruler. Because if I go like this... Okay, actually does what I want. Vincent, yo Tyler, you don't mind if I ask questions about financing stuff, do you? You can ask me any question and I will do my best to answer it, dude. 100%. Yeah, like, we're an open book for the most part. So sorry I didn't see that question faster. But yeah, if you have a question, Vincent, feel free. Oh, Tyler, Tyler, do stuff on new layers. Dum-dum. Okay, hold on real quick. Tyler being a dum-dum. Come on, man. Dude, I do that all the time, though. I just forget to put things in, you know, on new layers. I have not, thank you, by the way, for the $5 super chat, Travis. I have not quit. I just haven't read it in a very long time. I finished Failsafe. That was good. The Zuran R stuff was really weird, but it wasn't bad. I'll tell you this. What I actually want more of from Chip Sardarsky actually is I'd love for him to do actually like a Robin series, because I think him and Jorge, like I think Jorge does a fantastic Robin. So like, give me a Robin series. Draw and Talk, for how long did you take drawing in general and comics seriously? So I made my first comic that I still have when I was in the 4th grade. I still have it to this day. It's actually behind me. It's in a box. And you know, I've wanted to get, you know, be able to, you know, support myself with comics for like the last 8 years, honestly. Like that's been a goal of mine. And just with how life it kind of like turned out, and just, you know, priorities shifting, the goal of being a full-time comic creator, it's kind of not like lost on me now, but it's just something that's not quote unquote as important to me anymore. But with that being said, I can't stop making comics. Like I love making comics. And so I'm like, I'm just gonna keep, so for me, I was like, all right, well, even though we're not, you know, taking them as, what the frick is happening? Even though we're not taking them as seriously anymore, you know, I'm still gonna make comics and have fun. So might as well. I mean, gosh, I've invested so much time, energy, and effort. I might as well just keep doing it. But also, like, I keep doing it because this is kind of crazy. I love telling stories. Like, I love telling stories, and I'm extremely grateful right now that I have people willing to, like, buy and read the stories. But I'll tell you guys this, though. Even if 0 people... Okay. Even if 0 people were quote-unquote reading my books, I'd still be making comics. Because at the end of the day, I love drawing, I love writing, I love drawing. So I do this, like, mostly for me. And I'm just grateful that you guys are here and we're hanging out. And I hope that like I can help you with your comics. I hope that if you have a question that I can be like, yeah, like, this is what I did. This is my insights. Not everything I say is 100% right. Not everything I've done works, or at least worked for me. But, you know, sometimes things don't work for me personally, but I know that they've worked for others. And so just by me presenting an idea and saying, hey guys, like here's something you might want to consider. This is getting annoying. No, here's an example of someone who did it this way. Maybe that's something that you could figure out for yourself. As well, like, you know, my job is marketing, and, you know, I worked at a book publisher. I got to speak at several conferences, talking with authors and creators and writers and illustrators about marketing their stuff. I got to meet some of the top professionals in the industry and learn a bunch of stuff from them. And so, like, you know, even if maybe some stuff doesn't work out for me, it doesn't mean that the information isn't true, or it doesn't mean that the information, quote unquote, doesn't work. Just maybe it didn't work for me, or maybe I just didn't put in enough time to figure it out, or maybe I personally did it wrong, but the information, you know, is still valid. So that's why I love to share. Like, I learned so much about marketing when I worked at that publisher that I was like, you know what, like, I'd love to share this with other creatives, because a lot of creatives, you know, they have a lot of story ideas and they love making comics. Sometimes they just don't know where to start. Oh, see, I just combined all the layers. Why, Tyler, why? Only 10K, that's rookie numbers in this game. It's fair, it's fair. Ichthus, giving Tyler art advice. He doesn't want to use the lasso and paint bucket tool. He certainly ain't going to use the perspective tool, which is great advice. Do you plan to do a digital marketing online course, Tyler? Not an online course. I was working on it. Went on hiatus. I do have like a marketing Bible that I wanted to share with creators. I just never finished it. Have you heard about marketing? Oh man, the heart is in the freaking way. That's all I get in my Shopify inbox, the SEO stuff. All right, now that we've got this, now we'll start gray toning, and it's just, you know, brick wall, some brick walls. And then, like, if you're like wondering, like, oh, Tyler, like, how come there's all this like dead area right here? You know, just so much dead area. You know, it's because we've got freaking speech bubbles happening right here. So there's no need to spend any extra time putting in all these details right here when we're just gonna cover it up. Work smart. And Ichthus, I am using the paint bucket tool right now. Crap, I always forget. There we go. We will be using the paint bucket tool. I demand a full essay be printed in the white space. Is there any sort of is there any of the characters you create that you ever thought, I think this will be a fun death battle idea? It's a good question. I think when I'm finished with the series, I think Harriet going up against Harry Potter would be kind of cool. Because here's the thing, like, so in My Sexy Witch Academia, Harriet is considered the strongest witch. Like, she is the strongest witch. And in Harry Potter, he isn't the strongest wizard. He's just the only one who has survived Voldemort. Because he's the quote-unquote chosen one. So that's something that I think would be fun. All right, Ichthus, let's see if your ideas work. Fuck you, that worked. $4.99 from Andrew Rowland. Thank you so much. What are your initial thoughts on King of Justice Chapter 1 in terms of art and story? I try not to review other indie works. I will say I liked how you presented it via the video. I thought that was fun. I think more creatives should start doing that. I'm gonna try and start doing that. So I thought, like, presentation, how you did it and all, was very fun and awesome. I have to watch it again in more detail to give you, like, maybe my full, like, this is what I thought of it. I think for me, when I was watching the video, Andrew, I was just mostly taking notes on how you created the video, because I thought that was really cool. If Harry had kept the Elder Wand, he would be a very powerful wizard. That's fair. That's fair. Paddington Fire, how do you decide what panel you're going to work on? How do you handle doing panels that aren't as fun to draw? Yeah, so I always do the most fun panels first. Like, I always just do the most fun. So, like, when it's gray toning like this, like, it's all the same. Just get it over with. But when it comes down to when it comes down to, like, actually drawing, like my line art, like with the girl with the mega fist, I always draw the easy panels first, just so that I can go, like, all right, sweet, like, I look where because dude, I'm all about manipulating myself and telling myself I did a good job. So I'll be like, oh, if I work on the hard panel, then when I'm finally done with it, then I go, oh, like, that took so long, and I see these, like, 4 other panels that are way easier, and then I go, oh, like, I don't want to freaking do those. But if I do the easy panels first, and, like, an easy panel takes me, like, a couple minutes to draw, because I'm very fast. So if it's an easy panel, I just go, I do the easy panel, and then I go, okay, sweet, I only have one panel left, and it's the hardest one. But then when I'm done with it, I'm like, sweet, like, I'm finished. Like, there's nothing more for me to do now. What advice would you give to someone who is starting to learn how to draw in order to get to illustrating comics? I'm not the best. I very rarely give art advice, because I consider myself someone who's constantly learning. I would say the first thing to do is just keep drawing. That sounds like really lame. Comics are very hard. Comics are very hard mentally and physically. And the reason why is this. Pinup artists, like, what's great about being a pinup artist is that you get to do these one and done illustrations and then post them, and it's like, sweet, I did my thing. And it's typically, you just have to typically draw like the humans and post it, and then you get all this, added, you get all this like a serotonin boost because everyone's like, wow, look how good this is, blah blah. And with comics, it's a completely different game where you have to go, okay, like I'm about to draw I'm gonna spend the next couple hours drawing like the most mundane scene, and I have to find a way to make it interesting for myself and the reader. And then once I'm done with it, I have like 20 more pages left. So it's all a mental mind game. So that's why, like, all my books, and I'm telling you guys this, like, I need that serotonin boost. That's why all my, like, for Growth the Megafist, that's why all the chapters are 12 pages. Because I know that 12 pages, for me, is where I am very productive. I'm able to get it done in a week or two, 12 pages. And I don't feel burnt out, nor do I feel like, oh, like I can't accomplish this. How I found that out, by the way, was I did a test. Because when I wanted to do when I was doing the Growth the Megafist on Patreon, it was coming out every 2 weeks. And I was like, okay, if I want to do this every 2 weeks, like how many pages can this realistically be? Because that's a lot of pages. And if I'm going to do this every 2 weeks, and so I timed myself, and I gave myself a 2-week window, and I just drew. And I just drew pages every single day. And by the end of the 2 weeks, I had gotten to 18 pages. But what I realized was that at the 12-page mark, I was in a very good place mentally where I wasn't burnt out, I wasn't too tired, and I still wanted to keep making books. So yeah, I would say, like, it's not necessarily a skill thing when it comes to comics. I mean, every single book you do, every page you do, you are going to learn something and get better. So I mean, start learning your anatomy, start learning backgrounds. Honestly, I'll tell you this, the fastest way I learned how to do a lot of that stuff was I just went outside and I took pictures of myself, or I took pictures of the city, and then if you're drawing digitally, I would put that on a different layer, and then I just traced it, and soon muscle memory happened where I'm like, muscle memory is like, oh, I know exactly how this should look. Specs, why do you choose to do 40 pages for your manga? Oh, what's up, Specs? Well, so for the Super Plumber Sisters and My Sexy Witch Academia and Bullet Assassin, because I'm doing those via Kickstarter through like the floppy method before trade, I'm like, okay, well, I want to give people really good bang for their buck, because I feel like $10 is still like pretty competitive when it comes to indie books in Kickstarter. So I'm like, okay, $10. If I do 40 pages, it'll feel like people are like, yeah, like that's a good price, especially on Kickstarter. And what's great as well is you do 40 pages. By the 4th book, I now have a 160-page trade. And most creators will never ever get to making a trade. So it's just a way to keep myself making the books I want, telling them my way, the stories. But then also, like, with the production, like, I'm able to create basically a trade, a new, like, if it takes like a year and a half for each of these series, I'm basically making 3 trades every 18 months. Like 3 trades every 18 months. Like that's pretty legit. Like that's pretty legit. So like this year, by the end of this year, we'll have Volume 4 of The Girl with the Mega Fist, Cthulhu Murders out, Super Plumber Sisters trade, Bullet Assassin trade, and probably the first Sexy Witch Academia trade. So like by the end of this year, we'll probably have 5 trades. And that, yeah, that's freaking awesome. Another advice really quick, Eerie tries art. It's just to like also like pick your kind of, I don't know, maybe philosophy on how you want to make comics. You know, there's some people who are like extremely technical. There's others who are like, you know, is it fun? Is it fun? Does it look cool, etc. And you just have to figure out which one works for you. Like Rob Liefeld, you know, he had the mantra of like, you know, does it look cool? Like that was something that he would say, like, does it look cool? So, you know, you see all these patches and the anatomy isn't 100% right, but like that's okay because it looks cool. And like that's something that I've always liked about comics is that, you know, it can be wacky, but then there's other books that are like extremely technical and they still look good. So you just have to figure out like what works for me. So like right now, like technically like there is no light down here because they're in the sewers, but it would really look cool if there was light. So what we'll do is we'll have the light come here and the light come here. Will you still sell the physical chapters even though you have a finished trade? No. So once we have the trade, whatever we have left of the issues will sell off, and then it's just going to be the trade. So then the single issues become quote unquote like collector's items. So then the single issues become like collector's items. If people like want to collect that, like I'm always shocked when I find out that people are trying to flip my stuff. Like I have a guy who we do exclusive covers. We did an exclusive cover for him, and I was like, "Why do you want this exclusive cover?" And he's like, "Oh, like I flip your stuff." And I'm like, "Oh, I didn't know that." He goes, "Yeah, I have a lot of success flipping your stuff." So. So if people want to flip my stuff, have at it. But what I'm really going for is like, because with the trade, the opportunities that present themselves when you have a trade paperback far exceed what you can do with the floppy. Far exceed what you can do with the floppy if you have a good strategy. But you're also having to play the long game. You're also having to play a really, really big long game. I'm talking like, 3 to 5 years, depending on how fast you can make your books. Like with Girl with the Mega Fist, it's a little different because I draw that book, so I can get out trades. The pacing of the trades is really on me and how fast I can put out work. But when it comes to like my other stuff, when it comes to like, you know, Super Plumber Sisters or My Sexy Witch Academia, this is predicated on, it's really predicated on how fast can Erwin draw, and how, you know, and how fast can Erwin draw, what's our schedules looking like. Like, maybe I'm not ready for him to draw the next one, so now I've set us behind, like, you know, 2 months or something. So it just depends. Juggling phone books is hard. Alright, we'll have the light do the same thing over on this side. You also can go into way more markets with a trade. Like, the opportunities that you have with a trade, like I said, far exceed the opportunities that you can with a floppy. Floppy is still a great, it's a great way to get your product out. It's a great way to build up an audience. It's a great way to get, you know, build up a loyal fan base. But my goal will always be, okay, like, how do we get to the trade? You know, for Peppermint Reload, maybe to get to the trade faster, instead of doing like 3 or 4 40 page books, maybe we do 2 60-page books. Like, maybe that's what we do to speed up the quote unquote process. So we make the stories, that we make the individual issues a little longer. To anyone watching this, by the way, if you're like, oh my gosh, look at Tyler, I'm literally making all this shit up as I go. Not what I'm talking about, the drawing. But I could be wrong. I could be wrong about, like, my strategy in comics. But you know what? It's my way of thinking. Maybe it'll work. Maybe it won't. Even if it doesn't work, it doesn't matter. So at the end of the day, guys, I'm just having a silly goose time. Oh, guys, but I got Procreate Visions. I'm kind of pumped because I was watching someone, and then Ichthus sent me, God bless, Ichthus sent me this like $1 like animation tutorial, and I didn't understand like any of it. But what was cool was, even though I didn't understand any of it, they're like there was one moment, like, it was super beginner, so I'm like, you know, if this is the video you're watching, you know, I can just draw, because I can just draw someone, and I'm like, okay, because I'm always like, okay, how much do I have to animate? And then the only things you animate are like their mouths, maybe their like eyebrows, and then like maybe I just like bring up like their arm and it goes up and down. So I was like, oh, like, that's kind of cool. All right. Wait, something just happened. I did something wrong. I just deleted that freaking entire layer. The Ryan Cardinal, looking slick. How you doing, man? Dude, I was thinking about you the other day. I don't know if that's creepy. I don't know if that's gay. But I was just thinking of like that awesome like animated promo that you did, and how you did it all on Clip Studio Paint. I was thinking about that the other day. I was like, man, like, that was the coolest promo I've ever seen of a comic. All right. And I was thinking about you in my dreams. Oh, frick. Gotta do their freaking platforms. Hold on. What do we make their platforms look like? Sometimes I just gotta look. Okay, check. Art victim. I feel like everyone has their own ways to surf. Different paths to success. 100 ways to skin a cat, for lack of better terms. Dude, 100%. 100%. Like, there is not, there, like, first off, as a creator, define, like, what is success to you? Like, what is success to you? Because art victim, what's success for you might be different for me. What? So define that. Then once you've done that, then you just go, okay, how then do I, quote unquote, make that success happen? So some people will be like, well, the success for me will be on bookshelves. And so if that's what success like is to you, then you gotta go, okay, what do I need to do to get on bookshelves? And that's, by the way, the stream that we're doing tomorrow is going to be a stream about working with the publisher versus just indie comic, like just going the indie route in general, the pros and cons of it, as well as the pros and cons of like the hybrid model of potentially doing both. That's what we're going to talk about. Because, dude, that was like the most common thing. That was like the most common thing that, like, when I like talked with authors at all these conferences, is they'd be like, how come the freaking like self-published person is killing it, but I've got my book in stores? And I'd be like, oh, like, my child, you just don't understand. Let me explain this to you. So yeah, it's just different. Like, it's very different. Okay, I've got to do this because I just looked at, Glad you got into Procreate Dreams. On courses they provide are fantastic. Dude, the only thing I hate is I like buttons. Like, my Clip Studio has like buttons. And Clip Studio, they're like, hold your finger here, double tap right here. I'm like, just give me a button. Travis Gibb. These women are wearing way too much for a book called Super Plumber Sexy Time Sisters doing it. All right, now let's do let's now we gotta do some bricks. All right, we'll do this page, and then what time is it? We'll see if we can get this page done. There's fighting in this page. A nice little whack. All right, let's see. Let's get the cheats out. Let's get the cheats out, guys. We're cheating tonight. Come on, where's the cheats? Seriously, where's the cheats? Where are the cheats? Bro, where are the cheats? This is not the right thing. I'm getting angry. Hold on. Is it in the monochrome section? It's not, because it's a brick wall that I had to go black and white on. I'm getting so mad. Where's my brick pattern? There we go. I got this close, guys. I got this close, getting so angry. Travis Gibb, I heard you do nothing. I heard that you do nothing for this book, but you seem to have a ton of long streams showing you are doing stuff on the book. I know, but I don't do anything on this book. 0 things. The Ryan, not to get this book confused with Super Plumber, is totally different vibe on this series. Yeah, I have been told that I don't do anything on this book. Nah. People are entitled to their opinion. No, they're wrong. There we go. There we go. Come on. No, but I do work a lot on this book. I do work a lot on like the post-production and stuff. It's so tiring. I could be. This is not good. This is not good. Everything's going to crap. Alright, hold on. Tyler, why don't you just draw the bricks? Because I don't want to. What are your thoughts on different forms of publishing, like trades, issues, webtoons, self-hosted? I think they're all fantastic. I think all of those methods are fantastic. Is one better than the other? It just depends on what you are trying to do. Like, it just depends on what you're trying to do. So, for example, if you're like, my goal is to grow a massive like digital following, then probably like webtoons is probably a good route for you. If you're like, I want to get into comic book stores, then going the going the floppy route is gonna be better. If you're like, I want to get into Barnes and Nobles or Amazon, then you're gonna want to do the trade route. If you want to do if you want to do both if you want to do the digital and the and the Barnes and Noble route, then maybe what you do is you do webtoon. Maybe you do webtoon, and then when you're done with like your quote unquote arc, you compile all the chapters into a trade, and then you sell it like that. Or if you want to do comic book shop and then the trade, you know, there is no like one way. There is no one way. There are many ways to do this. Here's the thing, we're not even like there are so many ways to do this. You just have to find out what works for you. There's not just one way to success. You know, pick what works for you. Dude, we have Tim in the house, man. Tim, you didn't reply to me on Twitter, which is totally fine. But in my vote for your guys' next series, I want to see what your black and white art looks like, man, because I remember us talking a long time ago, and you were saying oh, my black and white art doesn't look good. So if you guys do that weekly series where it's just black and white, like I would love to see that. Because I think your art would be great, unless you would plan on like hiring another artist to do the art duties for that, then like that's different. But my vote honestly is I'd love to see your black and white art for the next common series. And I think I remember, I think I was privileged enough honestly for you to tell me what the next series is, and so if it is the one that I remember, very excited. Vincent, I'm back, baby. Had to finish prepping dinner for tomorrow. How do I find artists to do comics, and generally, how much would it cost for an artist to do? They're all going to be different. So I find all of my artists through either Twitter or Facebook, mostly Facebook. There is a group on Facebook called Connecting Comic Book Writers and Artists. That's where I've met that's where I've met all of my sequential artists, through Facebook. And then a lot of my cover artists I found through either Twitter. I've used Fiverr a couple times. Man, Travis, you're absolutely right. Yeah, I do a lot of stuff on every single page of this book. People, for black and white. Yeah, so I would say, I'd say Facebook. That's where I find most of my people. That's where I find all my people to do sequential art. And then how much it costs, that it's just going to depend on the artist. Like, I don't like giving out rates, but I'll tell you this. When I started, because I was so desperate for work, I told people I would do the whole book for 200 pages for $200 for 20 pages. Ew, what is happening? Hello. Oh man, I gotta fix the calibration on this. So, or maybe update the driver. I've never used Facebook in my life. Can I just join some? No, you're gonna have to get a Facebook account. So, yeah, $10 a page is crazy. Yeah, so that's not gonna happen. I mean, I don't know. There, you might find some people who are crazy like me who do that. But typically, what I've been seeing is, there's just a range of like $50 to $100 for a black and white. It just depends on who you can find. It also depends on like the style. It depends, do you fuck with their style? Do you like their style? Are you guys going to be good? Are you guys going to be able to work together well? A lot of factors when it comes down to it. I've only had one bad working relationship with a creator when it came to making comics. They had, I didn't know it at the time, but they had like a disability, so the whole experience was sour. I ended up just returning the money. I did like 4 pages for this person's comic, and I just gave them their money back because it was a bad experience for me, but it was a bad experience for them, and I didn't want to be the cause of any of their problems that they're having in their life, because they had a ton. I was like, listen, I see that you're struggling with family stuff. this partnership that we've got going right now isn't really working out. I can tell that you're kind of unhappy with what I'm doing with the book. And so we just went, oh, please do this right, Tyler. Kind of. So but all in all, I've had a good. I've had a Jose Garcia, the connecting comic book artists and writers is awesome. I've landed a lot of work there. Yeah, that is such an awesome group. And I forget who puts it on. His name is James. Just really solid group. They've got very strong mods. Can I get toxic in there? Of course. It's comics. But it's a great group. The original D&D artists were paid a percentage of books sold, and they took it. That's a deal you just couldn't take today and likely shouldn't offer, but sometimes you just have to go out there. Here's the thing, though. Like, that's not a bad deal. Like, original D&D artists were paid a percentage of books sold. That isn't a bad deal. It's a huge risk. It's a massive risk if, like, the books aren't, selling. But like, that's the thing. Like when people are talking about, like, do you want a page rate or do you want, why am I doing this? What is this? What is this? Oh, guys, the chain didn't go up all the way. Dude, I'm not about to redraw that. It's a risk or reward. It's a risk or reward thing. Like, it's a risk or reward thing. For example, I'm just trying to find my thing. Like, if you're able to quote unquote pull, if you know that, like, the book is gonna do well, like really well, a percentage deal could actually be, like, way better. So for like Christopher Nolan, for example, he couldn't, from what I remember from the interview or something I read, that, like, Leonardo DiCaprio was like, they're like, how much to do this movie? And he was like, it's this much. And they're like, fuck, like, that's, like, really expensive. So we are not, so, like, that's not happening. And Leo's like, okay, well, what if I take a lower base, but you give me, what if I get a lower base, but then I get, I think it was ticket sale. He got some kind of, like, percentage. And so then Christopher Nolan was like, yeah, let's do that. And that's a huge risk for, like, Leonardo DiCaprio. I mean, he can make it, obviously. But he's, like, basically saying, hey, just pay me this little bit and then pay me the rest on the back end. And to some, they're like, oh, that's such a, they're like, oh, that's such a bad deal. But he made a shiz ton of money doing it like that. And it really worked out for him. Andrew, this is not a manga size, actually. This is comic book size. Yeah, this is comic book size. And then, so we can put it on the floppies, and then they convert. I actually never ever do comic book size. I mean manga size. The size I do is a little bit bigger than manga size, because it's actually because I get a better. It's cheaper. The size is cheaper than it's like bigger book, and it's cheaper to print, which means I can charge the customer less, which I always love doing. Patties, it'd be a sure deal on something like established and beloved IPs, but upstarts with no history, big risk. Exactly. Big risk. 100%. 100%. Alright, guys. Like, we are so close to finishing this freaking page. It's getting me hard. Why is this not working? We're so close. Let's put in some, like, smoke. Some fumes. Oh my gosh, why is this not working? I'm still getting used to this tablet. Yeah, for sure. Like, yeah, for sure. Exactly. Like, you never know what could happen. So you just have to make a smart, informed decision for yourself. Honestly. And there's a chance that they're like, yeah, we're not. There's a chance that they could be like, yeah, we're not really doing this unless you take, said deal. And then you're like, okay, well, that's gay, so I'm not taking said deal. And then, like, you might miss out on an opportunity. So it really just depends. So, like, I'll say this, for example. I have a friend. His name is Travis. He's been in the chat. And like, Travis is one of those guys who, like, calls me up, and if he ever calls me up and is like, yo, you want to work on a book? And if I don't have anything going on, I'm like, yeah, sure. So when we did Coins of Judas, he was like, hey, do you want to do a book with me? And I was like, yeah, let's do it. And it was only supposed to be like a couple pages, And then he goes, hey, so the publishers don't want it. Well, that's fine. And then they're like, they want Coins of Judas as a series. And I was like, oh, that's cool. He goes, you want to do it? And I'm like, yeah, sure. Like, why not? And so we go to this meeting with the publisher, and they're like, Tyler, what do you think about Coins of Judas? And I was like, dude, I have no idea what the story's about. They're like, what? I'm like, I have no idea what the story's about. I just said yes because I like Travis. I don't want to work with Travis. And we were offered like many different types of deals. And I took a quote unquote it wasn't actually a bad deal. I kind of abused. I kind of got too trustworthy on it towards the end, which was, that's when like shit hit the fan for me. Gosh, I think this page looks great. Okay, so that looked a little lighter on the tablet, so. Dude, I think we did it. I think we freaking did it on this page. We all did it together. Kind of a bit ironic you were doing Judas all that. And so, yeah, the deal that Travis and I took, like really worked out for our benefit. So there are some times where it's like, you'll sell X amount of copies, and if you take the page rate, if it's like it gets to a threshold. It gets to a threshold where, why am I so close? Where if you take the page rate, if you get to like X amount of copies sold, then you will have made more on the page rate than you would off of if you had taken like a royalty deal. But then once you've passed that threshold, then it's like, okay, like because we sold this many copies, the percentage deal would have been way better. But it's a gamble. You don't always know. And so for like something like that, I took the safe route. I was like, give me the page rate. Patty, is it bad form to ask money up front on a percentage deal? Well, it just doesn't work like that. Yeah, with a percentage deal, it doesn't work. Percentage deals always come at the end, after you've sold stuff. So like, once money has come in, that's when percentage deals can happen. All right. I will say, guys, when I talk to y'all, like I would have finished this page in like 30 minutes. But this looks good. This book is coming out swimmingly. Yeah, someone today said that I don't do anything on this book. I don't have to disagree. I do a shit ton for this book. And I'm not even trying to start B for like reference the person. I'm just kind of made me go, wait, hold on. I actually do a lot on this book. It's kind of tiring. I wish I did less. All right. It is, guys, I want to fucking go to bed. Let's do this. Let's power through this. Let's see how fast I can do this. All right, let's go here. Let's see how fast we can do this page. Not starting off good. So if you have a question, like, ask it right now so that I don't have to look up at the screen multiple times. So ask me a really good question so that I can be like, I can dive deep into it while I'm drawing. I'll show y'all Draw and Talk. About the plunge cast here, looking good. Hey, thanks, Aru. Thank you, I appreciate that. Patties, it was really cool to watch you work. Thanks for hanging out. I'll try to catch you again soon. Hey, peace. Yeah, we'll be doing a stream tomorrow. If you want to catch it, we'll be doing a stream tomorrow about the pros and cons of working with the publisher, going completely independent. Yeah, it'll be a good one. Oh man, guys, can we finish this page? Can we finish this page? So in this page, so in that double page spread, it's our first time kind of hearing. We just hear the antagonist's voice. And he's all like, yo, welcome to my dungeon party. And then he kind of explains the page that we just got done gray toning and building out. He kind of explains the rules. And now in this page, Lucia's like boom, like smacks Winnie. Mara's like, yo, what the F? Wanda's like, that's right. That's all right. Like, I'm going to freaking kill you. Mara's like, stop it. And we have Lucia basically like looking at Winnie. He's like, did you set this up? Because if you did, like, I'm gonna beat you up. And Erwin totally, this was not supposed to then flip her off. So I think I'm gonna have to do some Photoshop on that, because it was supposed to be like this, like pointing with like just the pointer finger. All right, back to drawing. Plungecast, I got a Clip Studio Paint question for you. When you were making the sound text, how did you get the control points of the outline? Whenever I do sound stuff, I just do this. Oh, like this? That's just a burst effect that I put under it. Lucia pulling out the bird. Yeah, I know. I was like, what is this? Keely Chow, how you doing? What's going on? We are just trying to end the night, honestly. So we're like, how fast can we gray tone this page in the next 20 minutes? No, like able to move them in resize. Oh, it's just a drag and drop, honestly. And then you have like on the left, you have your operations tab, and then you just hit object, and it should let you adjust everything. And if it doesn't, then I would try. And if it doesn't, the other way to do it, and it's not efficient, but you could turn it into an image file by converting the layer. or you could draw it out. But I've never had, like, typically I just go into the assets stuff and I just drag and drop, and then it lets you resize it. As long as you are in the operation, on the very left hand side, there's a little cube. It's a 3D cube with a clicker. That's the operations tab. And then you go to object, and then it should let you, as long as it's an object file still and you haven't rasterized it, you should be able to manipulate it. Dude, like how like massive. What's cool is in so like in chapter 3, so like chapter 1 is kind of like all the setup. Chapter 2 is just a ton of action. And then chapter 3, we kind of get like the backstory of all the girls, and that's where we get like the quote unquote like substance. And then the chapter 4, if Erwin and I can pull off what we've got in chapter 4, it is going to be so freaking stupid. Like, if we can pull off what the plan that we've got for volume 4, for chapter 4, sorry, it's going to be so gnarly. Like, I already have one of the double page spreads, like, drawn out. Dude, I'm telling you, if we can pull off, like, what I have planned for chapter 4, it's going to be so bombastic. One thing I really liked about the reception to Super Plumber Sisters is I love that everyone picked, like, everyone was talking about, like, who their favorite girl was. Like, hands down, I think Lucia was the fan favorite. I think everyone was like, yo, Mara's cute. She has that bubbly personality. But then everyone was like, yeah, but, you know, she might have the bubbly personality, but we all like Lucia because she's absolutely bonkers. Okay. We've got one shade of gray down. Can we get another? I believe in us. I believe in us. That color only took us 10 minutes. So we're doing a good job. Oh shoot, I forgot to turn the screen tones on. I'm gonna forget, so we're gonna do it right now. I forgot to turn the screen tones on with the gray layer. So effing important. So what we do is we're stupid. We combine all the layers, copy and paste them. Copy and paste them. Hit the screen tone button. Bring it up to a frequency of 85, rasterize, bring it down to 40%. That's what I like personally. And so, like, this is what you get from it. So you get this like screen tone effect. So this is what it looks like without it. Everything's just kind of smooth. But now with that, you kind of get like this nice like screen tone effect, which I enjoy having in my work. All right. Patty's Parlor, I need to get to bed. I've got houses to wire and books to write myself. Keep kicking butt, brother. Hey, thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate it. Guys, we are winning. We are winning. We are going to get this page done. My back is hurting. Is anyone playing Pal World? I play it every now and then whenever I give myself a break from drawing. Or like my kids are in the bath and so I'm out in the bath watching them, making sure no one drowns, and then I've got my Steam Deck and I'm playing at Pal World. I'm not going to lie. I've enjoyed it, but kind of has I'm kind of it's one of those games where I'm this is really fun, but how much of it could I play before I'm okay, sweet, I built things. Ichthus, dude, this page I'm working on, so happy how it's turning out so far. That's dope. That's dope. See, that's the kind of stuff we want to hear. It's the kind of stuff that we want to hear. I missed a fucking panel. Are you kidding me? Okay. Frick. Okay, before we do this, we have to... I've got to Photoshop this finger. I got to Photoshop this finger. Dude, how do we do? I think that looks great. I love watching people play Pal World. I don't really like playing it myself. That's fair. Dude, I almost threw I got killed and I was F this game. I got so angry. Exclusive behind the scenes of the infamous panel from Bird to Finger. The real ones know what happened. Yeah, man, what the F? That's so funny. All right. That's so funny that that happened. And here's the thing, if I was just a writer, I would have to call up the artist and be oh dude, can you redraw this? And now it just sets the production aspect of it way behind because you have to deal with this middle finger. But because I am involved in every aspect of my books, we are able to mitigate this. even though I don't do anything for my books. Little petty jab. All right. There we go. There we go. There's that color done. That color done. That boom, boom, up. Gosh dang it, man. What time is it? Oh, dude, I got 10 more minutes left. Is it even possible? Okay, sweet. Now we just gotta do Lucia's hair because that thing is super crazy. And then we just gotta do some effects. We can do this. We can do this. I believe in us. See, I'm moving my body. I could just turn the panel, but I don't want to do that. So I'll just like start moving around, dodging it like the Matrix. Oh my gosh. Okay, alright. I play it sometimes, but I have to work on my comic. I'm with you. I'm with you. I'm the same. Alright. God, fuck. Got one more. Dude, sometimes when I'm gray toning Lucia's hair, I'm like, dude. It's so funny because, like, I don't have to do any of the. I don't really do any of this stuff. Every artist is so interesting to work with, and every book is so different. So like with My Sexy Witch Academia and Bullet Assassin, like both of those books are drawn by Tommy, but each of them have such like a different process, and I don't understand why, because I'm like, it's the same artist, I know what we're doing, and for some reason, and I think it's just because of the look that we have for each book is different, and the environments are going to be different. So like the lighting that you're gonna have to deal with is different, and how you gray tone things is going to be different. But man, like so I thought, like, when I did Bullet Assassin, I was like, oh perfect, like I know exactly how to work with Tommy's art. Evidently I don't, because it's different every time. And then when it comes to Irwin's art, like, he puts all of these details in, all of these line details. So no, the light, that's not where the light goes. He puts on all these like light, these light details. Not light details, sorry. These lines, sorry, lines. So with like Tommy, like, it's so easy just to like hit the bucket tool and just start like dumping grays. But with with Irwin, you have to be a little more calculated. What are you doing with my sister? Okay, just muscles, man. Okay. Okay. Can we do this, guys? Can we freaking do this? Gray tones. Check. Dude, let's get like the final effects, guys. Let's call it a night. Oh, what the frick? There we go. There we go. There we go. There we go. Man, I'm not gonna lie. Kind of like not offended to where I'm like, oh, like I'm so mad, but like getting the jab, having a jab at me today of like, you don't do anything for your comic, and then Travis pointed out it's like for someone who doesn't really do anything for his comic, you sure are spending a lot of time on the page, and I'm kind of like yeah, frick, I do. Like this is taking freaking forever. We work hard over here, guys. We're having a silly goose time doing it. Like, we're having fun. Okay. All right, let's see what we can do with this. Let's see. Just gonna go around her face. Go right here. There we go. There we go. Looks good. I love putting like this distorted like hatchet right here. I do like that. So what we'll do for this one right here is we'll have some speed lines, but then we're going to add another thing of speed lines. We're going to have lots of speed lines. Okay, I dig this. You know what I want to add to it is I'd love to add this, maybe a little darker. Then we do this, and then what we'll do is I can... Our victim, that's a lot of work in a little time, man. Props. Good to see you at work. Help me bust out some work on my own. Thank you for the stream. Hey, dude, no problem. That honestly, like, that's what honestly, like, I hope people like use the stream for, is to like just draw with me. Like, if I brought people on, I'd get absolutely no work done. So if we can all just like, I'll put on some music for y'all, and we'll just do this. All right, so then what I can do is then I can create my distorted one like this, and we'll have an effect. There we go. And then I'll you know, later when it's time for lettering, we'll be like, oh, because I draw my sound effects. So, you know, we'll do like a, you know, we'll do like a, probably use the marker brush, go like, Wham. Okay, that legit turned out well. So I actually might. We're just gonna keep that. I'm very proud of that. And then for this, I don't know what I want. This I know what we'll do. Gray. There we go. More gray. There we go. Black with a soft brush. I'm telling you guys, if anyone's ever like, oh, like, am I gonna I am an eternal guesser when it comes to like what I should do with the. Like I said, I'm in the category of does it look cool, and do I like it? And then we'll go black. And then we'll go white. And then we'll just get one last highlight. Undo. Okay, yeah, work and lurk a lot of my faves. There we go. Jose Garcia, yeah, listening while drawing, it's fun. See, that's what I like to do. We'll turn up the music. You know, we can all listen to some chill music, and if there is talking, cool beans. If not, well, that's all good. I gotta pee, by the way, so bad. Okay. But I'm dedicated to finishing this freaking final panel. All right, now we gotta do that stupid brick wall, and then we will be dandy. Whatever. I seen it. I will fix it. There's a strand of hair right there. What's that doing over there? All right. There's that. One last brick wall. One last brick freaking wall. If I was smart, I would have like taken notice on like the size that was so I could get it right. But your boy's dumb, so he did not do that. A little bit bigger. Right on, right on. And if we connect it right here, maybe I connect it right here. Okay. And now we do the free transform. This is where it all goes to crap. Fuck. Nope, this is not going to plan. There we go. Okay. Okay, this is fine. This will work. This will work for what we want. Shit. And then we just go like this. I don't even know what's happening right now. That brick wall looks awful. Absolutely awful. I will be honest, it doesn't look as good as I had intended it to be. But this is where, what the F? Jonathan, I think in the last panel, her right arm should be down because she's holding on to the other girl, and the pointing finger should be. Well, no, I think she lets go. So she's like listen, and then she like lets go to because she's not holding her anymore. All right, let's add some effects and then we are done. What I missed? I just got here. No, we're ending the stream like right now. I'll show you. We worked on this page. Then we worked on this page. So again, our screen tone effect, copy and paste. Hit the screen tone button, frequency 85, rasterize, go to a 40, opacity. Hit the save button. Looks great. Thank you so much, Jose. I appreciate that because I look at your art and I study it and I stare at it, and your art is fantastic. So I really take the compliment. I'm inspired, by the way. I love how you do your grays. Actually, that was like inspiration on how I came up with like my own little, I don't know if you can see this. No, they can't. But I got like my own like little gray tone thing because I was like, man, Jose, he's so consistent with his grays. He probably has like, I should be more consistent with my grays. So yeah, I appreciate that. Damn, you always stream when I'm asleep. Dude, I'm about to go to sleep. No, this looks fire, man. By the way, I don't like doing this. This is just beating a dead horse. But like, I don't know why I'm taking this so personally, but I heard someone today, and I'm not trying to cause any drama because I'm just pointing it out. That someone's like, Tyler doesn't really do anything with his books because he doesn't draw them, and he just throws in like 3D assets and whatnot, and then like it's all fake. And then like they're like, but you should read my book because I freaking hand draw it. It's like, okay, like let's just look at the work just for this page. Okay, this is who did this? Tyler did. Tyler did this. Tyler drew this, and then he goes and he scripts the page, scripts it, and he sends it to said art. Sends it to the artist. How did they know what to draw right here? Because I didn't do anything. Drama, Tyler, nah. Try not to. I just want to point out, man, I'm kind of like angry that this person said this because I was like, because at first I didn't really retaliate. I was like, oh, you're right. Like, yeah, I'll throw on some 3D assets and it's mostly the artist. But like, okay, I do this, and then I get back this. This is all I got back. And then once we're done with it, 40 minutes later, this is what we get. So, I don't know. I try to put effort in all my books, guys. I really do. And, you know, some people make some people hand draw books. Some people use freaking DAZ 3D and Photoshop filters. At the end of the day, it just comes down to this. Do you like the book that you're working on? Do you like how it's being made? And do others people like how it's being made? So far, we haven't had any problems. Dude, look at the freaking muscles on Wanda's back. She will force you to have sex with her. Oliver656, really cool. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. yeah, guys, so these are the 2 pages that we worked on tonight. I think we were really productive. Honestly, I think we were really productive. I was gonna work on the girl with the mega fist tonight, but then I needed to finish some stuff with Cthulhu Murders. I said that I found talked with my artist, and I was like, "Hey man, can you do these extra 8 pages? I don't want to draw them." He was like, "Absolutely." And so that's what. And so I was like, "Well, my iPad needs a charge. Let's just do here." I wanted to do a draw stream tonight. And I need to work on Super Plumber Sisters, and I'm not gonna lie, I got a lot of books I gotta freaking work on. Like, where's the, let me pull up Bullet Assassin, because this is what I was working on the other night. Bullet Assassin, Bullet Assassin, Bullet Assassin. Alright, let me load this up. Vincent Fangan, looking good. Thank you so much. Creative says, I'd rather date Mara. I like girls with a bubbly personality. There you go. There you go. Art Victim says, haters gonna hate. You are solid, in my opinion. Thank you so much. Jose, I backed Plumber Sisters both to read it and study the Grease Tale for my next project, so we learn from each other, which is very cool. Shut your face. You don't learn anything from me, man. I'm learning from you. You're incredible. I'll take that as a compliment, dude. I appreciate that. Andrew and John Tuck, let me know soon you want me to come on stream, showcase King of Judas. Like I said, dude, I'm not having anyone on for a while. I have one last guest that I promised I would let them come on next week, but I'm really just like, I don't want to go into detail what this year has happened. It's just been a shit show, and so yeah, right now I'm just kind of wanting to just do my own thing. I will showcase it though, I promise, Andrew. I will showcase it. But here's what we got for Bullet Assassin. This is what I'm working on. This, once we're finished with Cthulhu Murders, this is the next book that we're gonna fulfill. So we have Akari. This is her in the real world. She's an assassin. She kicks butt. Her employer Dave betrays her, kills her. She wakes up in a fantasy world, but she's got her gun. She kind of, now she's like, what the frick, what's going on? She remembers what happened. She's sad. Then she hears this, like, she sees a bunch of goblins, and you know, she's like, what's going on? And then she's like, should I help? No, I'm gonna walk off. And then she hears them get murdered. And you know, the goblins, I haven't finished I haven't finished these pages yet, but goblins are like, all right, let's kill the kid next. They get all really excited, and then Akari, bam, 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 bam. And this goblin's like, I don't know what's going on, but I'm gonna effing kill you. Bam, kills him, and then Akari shows up and is like, yeah, let's come with me. And you know, he takes her to his village. We get to meet one of the warriors there. We get to meet the blacksmith. And these pages are currently being drawn. So, yeah, I'm excited. This is a very personal book, because the guy who quote unquote fired me for my job, his name was Dave, and it was a betrayal, and it was unjust. So, yeah, hard at work, guys. This is gonna be a fun one. Guys, I love making comics. Comics are baller, man. Comics are sick. I've got a lot of like fun projects in the works. Just once I get less busy, we're gonna be doing a lot more fun projects for the YouTube. Like, I've got some really fun YouTube streams planned. It's just once I get less busy, because I really need to catch up with like a lot of my books, then we're gonna start doing them. So, all right, you guys have a fantastic night. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'm glad that we were able to figure out the music situation, because I know a lot of people are like, yo, this is so freaking loud. But yeah, you guys have a great night. Tomorrow we are going to be doing a stream tonight. Tomorrow, talking about publisher versus working with the publisher versus going independent, pros and cons of that. And then as well, like a hybrid model. So it'll be more like, it won't be a draw stream. It'll be more educational. It's going to be a great time. It's like always, it's going to be a Silly Goose time. And all right, you guys have a good rest of your night. Peace.